mean, no, that kind of makes sense. I get what you're saying.
But I mean, I think as long as people need to focus on the magic that gives us protection, wisdom, and guidance, and and not necessarily, to inflict ill will.
Mm-hmm. Just to go back to the whole Godzilla thing and that being the great dragon, the great Kundalini representative of the great Kundalini dragon. If our soul, our Kundalini force is representative of our soul, which is also representative of the dragon, is dragon obviously you don't study roaches, all types of shit. Is the dragon the greatest representation of God? Like the greatest symbol of God that we have in this universe, the dragon?
I would say so, because these people have spent billions of dollars vilifying the dragon, and if their number one goal is to keep us trapped here, then they would have to turn everything upside down. They would have to tell us that the bad is good and the good is bad. And as a result, the number one energy force, the number one frequency, they have to make it look like Satan and wicked. You see what I'm saying? They have to get us believing that, this all-knowing God didn't know that Satan was going to deceive him. But this God is all-knowing. But he didn't know that Eve was going to not listen. He didn't know that, Satan was going to deceive humanity. And he's punishing humanity for what Lucifer did. See what I'm saying? They actually have people believing that nonsense.
Right.
So when you word it like that, you think about it critically, the dragon is, I believe, the most powerful frequency within this realm.
Mm. So is the dragon force, is it the same in men and women, or is it different within men or within women?
On average, it is more powerful within men, and that is why they've, especially in the United States, and they realize the United States culture spreads all around the world. So they had to take the power away from the man in the States to attack that force, because the man is the yang energy, and the only way we're getting out of this matrix is if we increase our yang energy. They want to destroy the yang energy to keep us trapped here. That's why they're trying to block out the sun. They're trying to poison the water, poison the food, lower the testosterone levels, because that yang frequency is going to cause us to reach the gamma frequency, and that means that the moon's Van Allen belt no longer be able to contain us. And then at that point, we achieve something called moksha. In Hindu, they call that process moksha, where we exude so much of the yang, the yin can no longer hold us back. They tricked us to get us to think that the yang needs the yin. That's a bunch of garbage. Yin and yang are frequencies. They're not polarities. They're frequencies. They're not polarities. Polarity deals with magnetism. This universe is not built or based on magnetism. Remember, when the atoms connect to the other atoms, it's negative electrons and negative